new Nanobot destroys OpenClaw. This AI agent does the same job as OpenClaw with 99% less code. I'm talking 4,000 lines versus 430,000. That's insane. And it just launched. Today, I'm showing you why this tiny thing might kill the giants. So there's this new AI agent called Nanobot, and it's breaking every rule in the AI agent world. Here's what most people don't get. Bigger isn't always better. In fact, bigger is starting to become a problem. Think about it. OpenClaw has over 430,000 lines of code. That's massive. It's powerful, sure. But it's also slow to change, hard to understand, almost impossible to modify if you want to experiment. Now compare that to Nanobot, 4,000 lines of code. That's it. And it still does real agent work, market analysis, coding, daily routines, knowledge management, all the stuff you'd want from an AI assistant. But here's the crazy part. It's not trying to be everything. It's trying to be understandable. And that's what makes it dangerous, because when developers can actually read the code, they can modify it. When they can modify it, they can innovate faster. And when they innovate faster, the whole space moves forward. Let me break down what Nanobot actually is. It's an ultra lightweight personal AI assistant. Think of it like this. Someone took Clawbot and asked one question. What if we removed everything that wasn't essential? Every extra layer, every bloated framework, every complicated abstraction, just strip it all away. What you're left with is Nanobot. And the architecture is beautiful in its simplicity. It's basically input, reasoning, action, memory. That's the whole flow. No massive pipelines, no 20 different systems glued together, just the core loop that makes an agent work. When you look at the code, you can actually trace what's happening. You see where the input comes in. You see how it reasons about what to do. You see the action being taken, and you see how it stores that in memory for next time. It's not hidden behind layers and layers of abstraction. It's right there in front of you. And that makes all the difference when you're trying to learn or modify or debug something. Now let's talk about why this matters right now. We're at a turning point in AI. For the last year, everyone's been obsessed with making things bigger, more parameters, more features, more complexity. But complexity is becoming a liability. Devs are getting tired of it. They want clarity, they want speed, they want control. And Nanobot gives them all three. It starts up fast, uses barely any memory. You can run it on a laptop, you can run it on edge devices. You can even use it for research without needing a giant server farm. Compare that to some of these massive agent frameworks. They need serious hardware, they take forever to set up. And once you finally get them running, good luck trying to figure out what's happening under the hood. Nanobot flips that entire script. You can deploy it in minutes, one click, and you're live. No insane setup process, no 50-step configuration guide. You just start using it. And because the code base is so small, you can actually learn how it works. That's huge for anyone doing agent research, or anyone who wants to teach others about AI agents, or anyone who just wants to experiment without drowning in code they don't understand. Let me show you what this thing can actually do. Real-time market analysis. It can monitor markets continuously, make lightweight decisions, give you insights without burning through resources. And because it's so light, you can run multiple instances if you want, monitor different markets at the same time without your computer exploding. Full stack software engineer mode. It writes code, it debugs, it executes tasks. If you're prototyping in something fast, this is gold. I'm talking about going from idea to working code in minutes, not hours. And because you can see exactly what the agent is doing, you're not sitting there wondering if it's about to delete your entire project. You know what's happening every step of the way. Smart daily routine manager. Scheduling, automation, habit tracking. It can optimize your entire workflow, and it learns over time. This is where things get really interesting. Most AI assistants forget everything the moment you close them. Nanobot actually builds a model of how you work, what you do every day, what patterns you follow, and it uses that to help you get better at your routines. Personal knowledge assistant. This is where memory comes in. It retains context, it reasons over what you've told it, it builds a long-term understanding of what you need. Think of it like having a research assistant who actually remembers every conversation you've ever had, every document you've shared, every question you've asked, and it connects all of that together to give you better answers over time. So you've got four main use cases: discover, build, organize, learn. And all of this is happening in a system that's 99% smaller than the competition. That blows my mind every time I think about it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Let's compare Nanobot to OpenClaw directly. OpenClaw is a beast, massive code base, extremely powerful, but also extremely hard to understand. If you want to modify it, you're in for a long journey. And iteration is slow because there's just so much going on. You change one thing and you have to test 50 other things to make sure you didn't break anything. That's the cost of complexity. Nanobot is the opposite. Tiny, fast, transparent, hackable, research first. And here's the key thing to understand. Nanobot isn't trying to replace OpenClaw. It's exposing how much bloat we've normalized. It's showing us that we've been accepting complexity as a necessary evil when it really isn't, and we just got used to it. We stopped questioning whether all that code was actually needed. We assumed the people building these systems knew what they were doing. And they did, but they were solving for different problems. They were building for enterprise scale, for maximum features, for covering every possible use case. That's not what most people need. Most people need something simple that works. Think about that. We've gotten so used to giant systems that we forgot what simplicity looks like. We assume that if something is small, it must be weak. But Nanobot proves that's not true. You can build something powerful without building something massive. And that's the real threat to the status quo. Because once people see what's possible with 4,000 lines, they're going to start questioning everything else. Why does this other tool need 400,000 lines? What's all that extra code actually doing? Is it making things better or just making things complicated? Those are uncomfortable questions for a lot of companies, and Nanobot is forcing people to ask them. Now, let me be clear about something. This doesn't mean OpenClaw is bad. OpenClaw is incredible for what it does. If you need a massive feature-rich system, it's probably the best option, but most people don't need that. Most people just need something that works, something they can understand, something they can modify when they need to. And that's where Nanobot wins. It's not trying to be the biggest, it's trying to be the clearest. And in a world drowning in complexity, clarity is king. So here's my final take. Nanobot is a statement. It's proof that we don't need to keep building bigger and bigger systems. We can go the other direction. We can build smaller, faster, clearer, and we can still get incredible results. This is innovation that changes industries, not by doing more, but by doing less. Now, if you want to take this even further and learn how to automate your entire business with AI agents like Nanobot, you need to check out the AI Profit Boardroom. This is where we show you how to save hundreds of hours and get more customers using AI automation. Whether you're building agents, using tools like Nanobot, or scaling your business with AI, the boardroom gives you the exact systems and frameworks to make it happen. Links in the description. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.